Hi there, Flash Trouserman here with the Indie Games Collective with a review / look at Haven Park. First of all, what's Indie Games Collective and what's Haven Park? Indie Games Collective is a group of content creators that cover YouTube, Twitch, social media, written reviews, online reviews, blogs, and our aim is just to shine the light on indie games that don't normally get covered in the wider world because they're small independent games. What is Haven Park? Well, I shall read you the Steam page blurb. Flint, who is doing his best to keep his grandma's park up and running and make it a place for campers to enjoy, learn the campers' wishes and build whatever their hearts desire to attract even more quirky characters and look forward to dealing with their whims, conversations and quests. So basically, it is how do you describe it? It's exploration building game where you are what looks like a chicken looking at you, building and repairing your island camp to attract more visitors. Which brings on to the first point. Exploration versus build. The aim of the game is to, as you'll see from when you first go into the conversation with Grandma, is to go around your little island looking for resources which are wood, metal, mushrooms and fabric. All of those can be used to build various different things. So you walk around your little island. Once you find a camp, you then build a fire, you then build tents, teepees, and you add various different things to attract in visitors, who then pay, so you earn coins, and then so you progressively. Then the aim of the game is as you're walking around trying to find the resources to repair the camps, because there are multiple camps on the island, you have to repair things like lampposts, signposts, and other things as you walk around the camp. So the more you repair, the better it looks. The more you repair, the better the camp looks, and then the more of the camp. How do I put it? The more of the camps repaired, the better it is. To the point that you've repaired absolutely everything. It's a short game. It's $7.99 on Steam and $6.99 sterling on Steam at the moment. Probably lasts about 2.5 hours, but it's incredible. It is so relaxing. And when I say build versus explore, because one of the first quests is going to find, I can't remember the camp's called now, Sunshine Cove I think it is. You find Sunshine Cove, then it recommends you start building the different things to build a camp to attract people in. What you can do is what I did do, is you can find the camp, but rather than expanding the camp and building these different things, you can then go off and explore the rest of the island. You can gather more resources as you walk around. You do hit a limit. You haven't got infinite pockets to carry all the resources you've gathered. So at some point the game will tell you need to build something. But you can just go on an exploration of the island, just go for a wander around the island, just enjoy the game. The music's beautiful, the sound of the forest is beautiful, everything about it is just really, really relaxing. The map. Now the map, there is, as part of the game, as you do more things, you acquire skill points, and one of the skill points is to add a better cartography to the map. E.g., it adds more detail and more paths to show where the paths are, and the game recommends you, if you're lost, to look at the map. However, my issue with the map is you can't see where you are on the map, and it only reveals, it's like a fog of war, it only reveals the map, it only reveals parts of the map as you find a camp. So I've walked from the bottom of the island all the way to the top. I found camps at the bottom and camps at the top, but not camps in the middle. So it's not revealed where I've walked. It's not revealed the paths I've walked on because I've not found the camps. So for me, it's ever so slightly frustrating. There are, because there were waypoint markers, little stones, they've got the numbers on, which I'm assuming are like waypoint markers, to kind of like, if you go to a marker, you can click it, and then it'll give you a number, then you can look at the map and go, well, that's where I am. Because other than that, from what I can see, you can't see yourself from the map, which is a minor thing, but it's a little bit, when you are lost, you're thinking, well, you've not revealed where I am because I've not found the camp. And then if I'm in a bit of the map revealed, I can't see myself anyway. So the map is nice, but it's of limited use. That's one negative. It's of limited use, to be honest with you. And a lot of time I've just not bothered with it because it looks nice, but as a practical thing, it ain't very good. It's not really that practical. Controls. The controls are wonderfully simple. Literally, you have got your WASD for movement, and you've got your E to then interact with somewhere, and your spacebar to jump, and that's it. That's all you need. You don't need your mouse. You can unplug your mouse, put it in the cupboard, send it to the pub. Mouse, you don't need your mouse at all, and it's just wonderfully simple. It's so simple. Just the navigation is wonderfully simple. It's intuitive. It's easy to use, and it's just fantastic. The controls are just brilliantly simple. As you go through the game, you can interact with your visitors. They will then tell you what they want. So it's so that as you interact with your visitors, they'll say, well, I've got nowhere to sleep, therefore you build me a tent, or I'm hungry, therefore you build a barbecue or an ice cream factory, whatever, an ice cream shop. Therefore, as you go through the game, you interact with your visitors, and they will basically give you hints as to what they're looking for, and it acts as a kind of kind of hint as to what you should be doing. However, it's not all positive, because as you will see, you can have negative conversations with them. For example, in one example, you look for resources, wooden boat, chopped it up for the wood. Turns out the wooden boat was belonged to one of the guests that they'd lost, and they were very unhappy when I started a conversation with them. Well, I'll come to that. Well, I didn't start the conversation, but I'll come to that in a minute. Is that it happened to be their wooden boat they'd lost, and they were very, very annoyed that I chopped it up. And no matter how many times I spoke to them, they would not forget the fact that we'd chopped up their favourite boat, and they were really mad at us. Child's play. Literally, it's child's play. The previous conversation we've just been talking about, I didn't do that. That was my 7, nearly 8-year-old who played on his own for about 45 minutes and loved it. Whereas he does his Minecraft, does Roblox, and he's not new to gaming, and he can play things like Foundation and 2-Point Hospital, but that's when I'm doing the driving. I'm in the hot seat. I'm doing the keyboard and what have you. He's telling me what to do. But with it, because it's easier for me, because big mouse keyboard, little 7-year-old hands, not that easy. But with this, it's wonderfully simple. He sat down for 45 minutes and loved it, and I literally just had to give him a 5-minute conversation, 5-minute kind of a 5-minute. You need to this, you need to that, you need to that. Give him a kind of talking through the elements of the game. After that, just left him to it, and it is very child friendly, and he absolutely loved it. And that's the wonderful beauty of it. It's something that you sit down with your child. For me, it's quite important because I play a lot of computer games. Obviously, I do streaming, YouTubing. So I like to kind of get my son to do it, because it's better than some of the other stuff he does. Like, there's no violence in it. It's all friendly. It's all fun. No bad things happen. Yeah, and it's just, and for a child to play, it's fantastic. And it's that, so it's fun for all the family. Overall, I think this is a wonderful, wonderful game. It is short. It's 2.5 hours. I've seen other YouTubers cover it back end to end in 2.5 hours, and that's finding all the camps, fixing everything, and going all the way through. But then for £7, I've got no problem with that, because it's just nice to have it's just a nice game to walk. It's just nice just to walk around and see the different things and find the different parts of the map and try and find all the different resources you can chop up, look at all the different things you can unlock, because within the menu you've got all the different skills you can unlock as you achieve more as you do more things. You achieve experience and you unlock more things, which allows you to do more within the game, where there are different buildings, but that'll see better in the dark with a better torch. So there's lots of different things you can do within the game, and literally just walking about is fun. It's a great game, and I would wholeheartedly recommend it, because even if you just play it straight through for 2.5-3 hours, it's probably the most relaxing 2.5-3 hours playing a computer game you're going to get. Yeah, and there's not much more to say than that. It's a really, really enjoyable game, and it's something, particularly for me, because being a parent, it's nice to be able to get a computer game I can play with my little boy that's not ridiculously complicated, and there's something that's fun, something we can both enjoy, something he's not going to get upset about. Because, for example, we play again City Skylines, another game we play. You can do that on your own, but then prone to things going wrong, gets upset because he's 7, nearly 8, things happen. But this game is just nicely paced game. You can come in from different angles, you can walk around. Find the map's not great, find the map don't work for me, but overall it is a fantastic game, and I wholeheartedly recommend it. Let me know what you think if you've played it. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think of this, because I don't normally do reviews. This is my first kind of review video, so let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you like it, dislike it, the video and the game, obviously. Let me know if you've played it, and if you know any, and let me know if you other games like that. Let me know, because I'm always happy to go back to go, I've been recommended this great game, do we want to look at it? And then also just kind of look at indie games. There's so many independent studios building games out there that don't get looked at, that deserves to be looked at. So again, go out and check out the Indie Games Collective on Twitter. Look at the different, because there's a lot of us doing a lot of different things, covering 2D platformers, shooters, strategy games, simulation games, point and click games, all from independent studios. So again, go out onto Twitter, go onto the Indie Game Collective Twitter feed, and go check out a few of the other people out there, and more just play indie games, because there's so many great games out there. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little review. As I probably said already, I would wholeheartedly recommend playing it, because it's like £7. It's good £7. Yeah, most relaxing £7 you're going to get, basically. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.